So what we know at this point is the 26-year-old male pulls up to the Chick-fil-A. It's one of their off-site locations where they do deliveries. One of the servers comes out with his package. The package includes the food plus a milkshake. The server is then confronted by the male, who asks him where the second milkshake is. He said there's only one milkshake with this order. As that conversation continues, he asks to see the receipt. The occupant of the car refuses to show the receipt. He then sees the driver of the vehicle pull out a gun and put it on his lap. At that point, we all know Chick-fil-A does an excellent job with teaching people positive attitudes and doing positive things. He walks into the business, he gets the team leader. The team leader comes out, he confronts the driver of this Mercedes-Benz, and he asks him what the problem is. The male says he didn't get a second milkshake. The team leader then asks for the package back. He refused to return it to him and demanded a second milkshake. That continues on for a short time. The manager then comes out, brings the team leader inside. The car pulls off. As it pulls off, it circles around the Chick-fil-A, and as it returns back to the doorway where people enter and exit, the occupant of the vehicle, the driver, fires one shot. We're able to review surveillance video, and the surveillance video gives us this Mercedes, some information on the tag, clothing of the offender. We place that information over our police radio system. Alert officers from the 24th District do an excellent job. They see the vehicle around M and Luzerne. They lose sight of it for a short period of time. They then see it sitting in a driveway in the 4,000 block of Glendale with three people standing around it. They go to stop it again. A male jumps in and takes off at a high rate of speed. A short time later, they continue to be persistent in locating this car and individual. The car is found in that alleyway of 4,000 Glendale with the lights on. They secure the vehicle with no occupant inside. As our police tow truck is pulling up to the scene, a male walks up to them. The officer was in the driver's seat of his car. He was alert, paying attention to the flash. He knew immediately from the clothing and the tattoo that this individual had, which was a tattoo on his neck of a pyramid with an eye and some wings on it, that it could be the suspect. He listened to the suspect, who informed him he wasn't driving the car, but he had to get something out of it. And as the now defendant walked towards the car, the officer was able to stop him, and the victim was able to identify him. We also know there's a second person in that car at the time of this act when it occurred. We're not sure of who he is at this point. We also know the owner of the car is not the victim. It's a friend of his, and we're working on, number one, identifying where the gun is. We did serve a search warrant on the car this morning. We recovered two .40 caliber magazines. The fired cartridge case on the scene is a .40 caliber fired cartridge casing. We're still working to recover additional evidence, both video and to look for this gun. We're going to ask the district attorney for charges of aggravated assault and other related charges against this individual. And of course, we're going to ask for high bail because of the actions of this offender. We're not going to tolerate kids who are doing the right thing, working in a job and working in a company who does the right thing, and individuals here over something minor like this who fire a gun. The offender, we can't identify him at this point because he's not been officially charged, but we can say he has had prior contact with law enforcement.
Does he have a permit for the gun?
He does not have a permit to carry, and he does have prior contact with law enforcement.
That's the age of the defendant?
26 years old, and he's from the northeast section of Philadelphia.
Pretty senseless.
A senseless act, and again, you know, to see these kids, and we all know that Chick-fil-A has the motto to make positive contacts with all, and to have these kids have to experience this, that are doing the right thing in society, is just the wrong thing. And again, over a milkshake and a dispute over an item, it's just unacceptable behavior. And I think in a situation like this, that this person needs to be taken off the street and receive high bail and receive the biggest sentence he possibly can get.
What did he want to get out of the car? Was it something?
We don't know. I mean, obviously the officer did a phenomenal job. Obviously he's at a disadvantage. The guy's walking up to the car, and the officer immediately recognized that he could be the shooter and could possibly have a gun on him, but he played it off and let him get to the car where he had a tactical advantage, took the opportunity to stop him and then get the victim there to identify him, and obviously secured that car for a search warrant and gave us an opportunity to get the evidence we need to further our case.
Will you be releasing the surveillance video from Chick-fil-A to us?
Not now, obviously, because we obviously have an arrest at this point. That now becomes district attorney's evidence, and we will not release the video of the actual actions.
How's the victim doing right now?
The victim was released from the hospital last night, so he's doing fine. He's in good spirits, but like we say all the time, it's not the physical side, it's also the psychological and emotional side, not only for this individual, but the kids who go to work every day. So it creates a big problem for us, and again, we need to ensure that proper justice is taken.
victim the manager or the team leader?
The victim is the team leader.
Team leader.
So the first one that comes in contact, as I know many of us go to Chick-fil-A, the person that made the contact is just the kid who's the greeter. The greeter does the right thing, asks the right questions. As he sees him put the gun on his lap, he does the right thing, walks back in, gets the team leader, and they have a nice system. Team leader comes out, tries to mediate because he has a large crowd of people out there. He's unable to mediate, and then the manager sees it. He comes out and grabs the team leader, brings him inside, and then the car pulls off, thinking the actions have ended at that point. Unsuspecting of the employees, he drives around the block with crowds of people out there and fires a shot.
All over milkshake.
All over one milkshake.
The shot is intended for the employee, or was it just fired at random?
Again, we talk about these drive-bys all the time. We know that was the second individual we contacted with, so he shoots at the business. So it was intended for an employee of Chick-fil-A who just happened to get hit, and he was the guy who was arguing with.
Only one shot was fired.
One shot fired.
So that could have been deadly.
Right.
No doubt about it. I mean, we saw what happened on Friday up in Northeast, and shots fired from a car, and unfortunately, there's a funeral for a 14-year-old, and these shots being fired, bullets being fired, whether it was South Street or these incidents, bullets have no names. And unfortunately, we have a lot of guns being carried. We understand the fear level in this city right now, but we have to start acting with a lot more respect. We got to start working through the process of having good conversation with people and not allowing pursuits, not allowing issues like this to turn into shootings. I mean, we all deal with it. I mean, today the city has changed so much. I sit at stoplights and the light turns green and the person behind you is beeping automatically. There is no, so I think with COVID and the COVID stress and everything going on in the world, I think the most sound people in the world today are struggling with the environment. So if you need that help, if you need that support, the city has wrapped a ton of services around it through the Office of Violence Prevention. We have our 211 hotline, which is out there. Family, friends, taking 15 minutes a day to chill, relax, to learn things. Take 15 minutes to learn, to listen to people, to laugh and to love, right? The things we need to do. We need to start relaxing ourselves and understanding that resolving things with guns solve absolutely nothing.
Just one more question. Forgive me if you said this already. Was the guys in the car, were they a delivery driver?
They work for DoorDash. It was a DoorDash delivery. And again, there's two people in the car, the driver.
So they're filling an order.
And they're filling an order.
So it wasn't even their order that they shot somebody over.
Well, again, we can have that debate, right? So the delivery driver makes money off what they deliver, right? So that delivery driver feels ownership because if they don't deliver the package, you don't give them a tip. And if stuff's missing, it's kind of on you. So it doesn't really matter. It's over a milkshake at the end of the day.
So not to get too
we can't discuss that at this point.
not to get too far out on a limb, but things like this get resolved at restaurants across the nation with DoorDash drivers every single day. Maybe if he doesn't have a gun on his lap, it doesn't happen. He resolves it and drives away and no one's in trouble. Any word on just the presence of the gun at all?
Yeah, and clearly he takes the gun out to show it to the young man who he's talking to. Doesn't have a permit to carry. But on the flip side of that, again, I've been in investigations a long time. Those people who are delivering in these environments are scared, right? Because we know we've had pizza delivery robberies, we have pizza delivery shootings, but it doesn't make it right, wrong, or indifferent. But you still have to have a permit to carry a gun, and clearly this guy does not have a permit to carry this weapon. And again, to use it in a situation like this with a young man who's just simply out there doing his job is just unacceptable.